URL example content. Let's actually add response.text, and then we colon it. Was there something else when we did the text here? No, it is the same. So try response text. So it did what I wanted. Good. We don't need to use. Let's see if it finds anything else to do here. It still tries by the same line again. It's cute, isn't it? So let's see. UTF-8 we already have. Response, text, encode, decode there. Decode Latin 1 and this. So these are the formats. ISO 1252. Windows 1252. And ASCII. We didn't add ASCII, so let's actually do this again. Or ASCII, and then we colon it. Nothing. Try UTF-8. It's funny how differently it does stuff. So I'm kind of thinking that ASCII is the line 1, right? So I just added it here already. So let's delete that. And let's make sure we don't have anything else here. UTF-8, Latin 1, Windows, and then we have a million UTF-8s. And we need to return something here too. Okay. Now it added ASCII. Will it do that a million times? Yeah. So try first UTF-8, which is the most likely. Then if it is an exception, we try this and accept. And if we accept again, we do this. And we end with this, which is not possible. I mean, we need to add another try here. What? I did not want that. I wanted a normal tab. I have to do this. Oh. So this one needs to be a try. Colon. Yeah. If nothing, if everything, all else fails, return the original text. That's not what I intended. But we also did not do. By the way, let's fix the name. get format and string. So try. First of all, this needs to be UTF-8. That's how I imagined it. And then we do oh gosh, it's Latin -1, right? Let's check my GitHub. Yeah, it's Latin -1. It's totally mangleless. If it doesn't work, if it works. Let's send this to ChatGPT and see if it corrects it, right? Because I think that's wrong. And I think this is right. And for the last except here we need another try. So try, colon, and it got the ASCII there. That's what I wanted. There. Those need to be indented though. And this one is already done, so why? Because it wasn't then, it was the last one. I'm clicking delete, that's what I'm doing. That would not have happened. This one is ASCII is in there now, so we can delete that too. So we have try this, and this we need to fix the format for, and then we need a return for the last case. A return. Why did it think I wanted to return that? Return not text. Not readable or decodable. So why did they say encode decode? So I only have decode in mind. So if it encodes it, then of course it decodes it. I don't get it. Let's make a copy and modify and remove the encodes, because if it's not encoded in that format, we're not gonna try and decode it. So there, so response text decode, 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 decode. Error decoding response, and we get the printout here, and then we zero the response. So the only thing we need to add now is the format for these. So dude. And then I'm going to send this back to ChatGPT and see if it thinks it's okay. So this is the old code. Well, this works, you know. It's just that it on the code that was actually having problems. It didn't find the format. So Yes, close, but there are a few key issues. Response text is already decoded string, so calling decode on it will raise an attribute error. You need to decode from content, which is in bytes. Okay. So let's replace all the response text here. Yeah, because I used content, but I'm like, what was I gonna do? H, Control H, no, Shift Control H. No, I thought so. We have to type response dot content instead. And let's step through them and replace. Alright. I regret this already, so let's undo. The only reason I put it there response dot content and let's call it content. Content. And then we replace that. And we like find the next one. Oh. There. Replace, replace, replace. And then we're done. This one is just what it got, what it like. But now we know why it did encode decode, so let's delete it. Saving. So let's see if there was anything else. Those are very similar. Windows is more appropriate if you're not sure. Yeah. No, I don't want that. I want it this simple. It's as long. The code is almost the same length in lines. And it's a function. Encodings for encodings. Encoding and encodings. My god. Try decoded. Oh, right, yeah, so it uses this. That's quite nice, so. No. I don't know, I prefer that one. Maybe I should do this one anyway. This is probably what it would do anyway. So, UTF-8, and then it will let in one after this one. So it's easier to switch the order this way. No, I don't want a printability test. I'm kinda okay with that. So what I'm thinking is, I want it to be easy readable for someone who's a new beginner programmer, right? And that's why I think this is tougher to read than just a simple. It's kind of like an if-else, really. It's if this works, else. if this works, else. If this works, else. All the way. And that was just not needed. I guess unreadable is good at least. So it really thinks I should put this one first. Let's do it then, I guess. It's not like it's mega hard to switch them around. Yeah. Get format and string. So I could have done is format readable, right? Yeah, I guess. No, let's leave it. Because it's prettier not to have a lot of assignments in an F anyway. So let's just grab this, and we can also grab that. And we're going to add it. So this is really the case. No, I wanted just a tab. I have to space it. So, what? So response.content doesn't actually exist really anymore, right? Because we're using text. Download article. Yeah, so I changed it to text here. So let's do content there. Oh my god, text. So we had text before. Now, lost. And we changed it to content back. That means that where we get a response to this one, this is a variable to use, which is article HTML. An article HTML here. And from this we will then get two variables. One format, comma, string, which is kind of like an odd thing to call something. So article format and article string. I'm kind of changing my mind. So why do I have an elif here? if article HTML is known. Yeah, and then I was gonna check else if it is this, but we could hop down here instead. When we these didn't manage to get anything from there, that means that it is an odd format, or that it's just the likelihood that we actually get a response and that it's no data. That's not really possible. So there will be some kind of data, but it's probably not text. And then we're going to check. Yeah. Article convert HTML to text. No, but I want the first line. So there. So if did I write stuff out here? Error decoding response content. So it's already written out. Yeah, this is like what I was thinking. I'll change that to have the raw content so we can continue working on it. And we're not gonna print anything here, but we do that our response place instead. So why is this red? Oh, because of this is where we are. So we have an if without anything else. Oh gosh. So now it works again. So content here is article string. There. Else. It's totally crazy. That's not at all what I want to do. So we're gonna print no, it is not unreadable. The format is print. If I don't look, I won't get annoyed. Why did it not decode? Question mark. And actually, let's speak these. So again, I'm used to print. We don't want to print the link or the word count, but here this could be nice to hear if we're listening remotely from the kitchen. So let's make sure it all works.
Fetched 11 articles from Sense Internet Storm Center. InfoCon, green. Title, InfoCon, green. A tool called format-bytes.py can extract individual bits from an image, whereas pngdump.py cannot, making it suitable for extracting data hidden in images using LSB steganography. Do you want me to read more?
I think the next one is zero size. Diary RSS.
I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no. Do you want me to read more?
No. No. No.
Title: ISC Stormcast for Friday, May 2nd, 2025 https://isc.sens.edu/podcast details/9434, Friday, May 2nd. No content found in the article.
So now we're going to look at it. Right, we're going to have the bad response, we can't speak that. It can't handle this format because it's binary data, right? So we can just control click this and open. And oh, well, this is kind of okay to have empty, right? Since it's nothing here for us either. So we would have to click a link there. That's an odd way to do it. So there is no actual article in here. It is actually zero size. So it is actually correct, right? But this one needs to be print. So the bad format we need to print. And let's run it again.
Fetched 11 articles from Sens Internet Storm Center, InfoCon, green. Title, Infocon, green.
I'm thinking the first one is
a tool called format-bytes.py can extract individual bits from an image embedded using LSB steganography, but another tool, pngdump.py, cannot perform this task alone. However, a combination of tools can be used to decode the hidden data. Do you want me to read more?
No.
Title, ISC Stormcast for Friday, May 2nd, 2025 https://isc.sens.edu/podcast details/9434, Friday, May 2nd. No content found in the article. Failed to download article. Using feed entry summary/content. Title, steganography analysis with pngdump.py, bitstreams, Thursday, May 1st.
So let's look at this. Error decoding response. This is text. But it might not be readable, like for voicing. This is just text too, it's just SVG. So they're images. There's not much images on this page. Is it the text? So this is not binary data at all. It still falls under this thing. I don't get it. So we didn't actually get an error message, we just got zero size. I knew it was zero size, but there's a link there. I don't think I want to go to a second link. It's more like I'm removing that site then. Let's do one of the ones I know is bad. That bugs out. Like bad data here, right? So, bad data. Let's see what it says. This was a case I intended to try and debug.
Fetched 20 articles from Graham Cleary. Title: Smashing Security Podcast number 415, Hacking Hijinks at the Hospital, and Waspy Scams. It appears that you have copied a large block of text, but it doesn't seem to be related to the original question or prompt. Could you please provide more context or clarify what you would like me to help with? I'll do my best to assist you. If you meant to ask for help with something else, feel free to rephrase your question and I'll do my best to provide a helpful response. Do you want me to read more?
Stupid. Yes.
I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no. Do you want me to read more?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Reading full article. Q, UG1 equals HVIM3QC. 1 PP underscore MIOG, L, EH $BF, SUX9T and $X$XP0S at. Percent, plus PS3. 9U, and dash asterisk HA backslash NQM backslash CHORIX3R2EV.QA slash underscore UBC, IOTA W960AFJ UKPZ2PNIA E0U.
This makes it clear that we need to do the test first, right? Because this is not when we get a 0 response, because it was actually a 0 response. It was actually a 0 response, it was correct. No content found in this article is fully true, and this is true too, because they might send it there instead. And this we need to check earlier. So I was going, if article HTML is known, that means we didn't get any kind of response, right? No response from the HTML request. So then we want else, which is true because we want a question here. That's so annoying. So then we get article format and article string from here. And article format, unreadable. And here, in this case, we also want to do link fill true. We don't need to because the length is 0. So we just set article HTML 0 to nothing, so it doesn't crash it. Why did it not decode? And in this case we want it probably to exit. Debug this. Exiting. We don't need to exit, but it will speak to us and say debug this, and then we'll just set article HTML not to nothing but to the decoded value. So it is article string. There. So in case it is the unreadable one, we set it to nothing. And then it will link fail on word count 0. And error decoding response will be printed because, yeah, let's actually split this. Because this needs to be printed. Well, we can actually read this bit. Let's not speak. So that's nice. So if it is known, then we don't need to check anything more. We just, some odd reason we didn't get a response, right? And we should get errors if it's errors like 403s and stuff. And then we have this, the unreadable and readable. And if it was readable, then we send the decoded string. Because I guess it's decoding automatically. Well, it's the first step. HTML2. I'm starting to get tired. So, title, speak, published, parse, parsing the data, fixing it for us. We could remove our function. Then we check the date. And this skipping we might not want. We will think about that later. Then if there's a link, we download the article. If this response is known, we just talk through that. But where this article HTML is used, then after this is here. My God. So I'm actually adding for everything else. I was going to do an else if here. But now with this else I got everything. That's stupid. So I had it in 0. I changed my mind. I guess this is okay anyway. I will just decode it manually. Because it's still using article HTML there. We're just changing article HTML here and set it to article string, which is set back to article HTML here when it has been decoded. But now we know the format, right? So we don't need to debug this in this case because this will always happen now. We just get to know what format it is. So now I'm very curious to see what happens when we run one of the ones with bad format, right? I think we should choose one with by data.
Fetch 20 articles from Graham Cleely. Title: Smashing Security Podcast number 415, Hacking Hijinks at the Hospital, and WASP Scams. Error decoding response.
Error decoding response. I'm trying to pull this down. So, a document is empty. We're sending it to this, and it wants HTML. Doc is set to this. So it gets document is empty from this. Reading full article. I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no. You want me to read more? Yes. So this is actually... did it say the format? So, date, link, word count, generating summary. Title. And then this title, published, date. Oh, we have lines here, we can just delete. From an older version. Oh, my hair is so sweaty, it's just sticking together to everything. 2915. It's not old. And if there is a link, we write the link out. And we download the article. Everything works fine. We end up in the else here because there is an article. We get format and string. If it is not unreadable, which it is not, it should speak the format is. But it is suddenly at generating short summary. So we have also the word count, meaning it has also done these. So if article is not known, we will always end up here. And we speak error decoding response, or the format is every time, right? So how could it not be here? Oh my. Let's just grab a bit of it. Uh, $100. Okay, 100. So we don't get swamped with data like that. We're going to make a print in the if and I thought we could add that to anyway. And this is where we're at. So I want to be able to find this again. So it wants me to add even more D's. Just clicked any letter and it happened to be D as in debug. That was a bit funny.
Fetch 20 articles from Graham Cleary. Title: Smashing Security Podcast number 415, Hacking Hijinks at the Hospital, and WASPy Scams. Error decoding response.
Yeah, now we got an error decoding response in the F format Latin 1. So this reads as Latin 1. That means it failed previous ones. And is this 100 characters? Yeah, I can type. So, document is empty, yeah. Format Latin 1, error decoding response. What? Wrong direction. So, error decoding response. Is here. Meaning it should be article format and readable. Not equals unreadable. Oh. Okay. Then it won't stop here. It will go to the else and it will print the format. So I had a logic error there, it was reversed. So hopefully this will work now. We will get more bad data though. So let it crash again. I'm gonna let it crash and we're going to make the check there instead. Because if that crashes, then we have
Fetch 20 articles from Graham Cleary. Title: Smashing Security Podcast number 415, Hacking Hijinks at the Hospital, and WASPy Scams. The format is LATIN1. Reading full article. Number 0 Aquif, 92. Superscript 2P8 registered trademark C:(I _ I unlawed 2H, visual 1/4
And then
FCEOB
it's just
/
reading
7KO.
it.
Abu 4 Li. Sent code superscript 2% E copyright CC. OAO 2YO DAX. Registered
So now we
trademark
only got
PSV
26
0
characters.
FCYBEIE that AJ.
It says
OAJ
word
/E.
contents.
/I plus or minus SQFR7, RI plus O at 9 OK7 UFCY7 U degree by CU underscore UR $U81 3/4 A with ring above cent I0 /BAP 0 DP divided by W1/2 OE. QO underscore Z /OA 3/4 UYDJ divided by 8 number /GT eggvox 3 AESS pound 3/4 times 1/4 degree underscore 8 I number 8 or SO superscript 3 AE registered trademark IX. AAO at U. AI 6XA6, GQUUO 79 all C Z0. E4SS asterisk OA6SA pound me /1/4 A pound Lee, OE22 AOA 9XM and WA with acute A. /AO 1/4 pound EKIA ALOIDP, 8 OEU
So
MEW.
if a word
OE,
is over
G,
100
ANF
characters,
42
it's
05
not
CT.
good, right?
Superscript 2 GZUU times A with ring above SE say superscript 2 IH plus X5A superscript 1 degree CJ pound hack degree $YBTH 7 cent OT / YEKE5 WII number IY superscript 2 plus X6A degree Kuji, GXM divided by IA. 75A registered trademark EPZ degree HA with tilde A with grave pound, HUAS A with tilde YU, ETI copyright 5A, ZECA if number BAW degree H.
So how come it was so short
YRS1PP / I
now?
number
This is
U7
how
BB
long
pound
it was
IUOO,
last
09
time,
FCSS
right?
if times superscript 3 NNS % EBAT Z copyright, RYLM pound superscript 20 cent 9 yacht HUUE and gas / degree asterisk SS 3/4 and UBO pound
So the
SS % O
Latin
plus.
one conversion
$PJ
probably
%
ended
EIU
up
7
in a
times
null
OL.
character and stopped.
Title, the AI fix number 48, AI Jesus, and is the AI singularity almost upon us? The format is LATIN1. No content found in the article. Failed to download article. Using feed entry summary / content. Title, ransomware attacks on critical infrastructure surge, reports FBI. The format
So there was a
UTF-8.
feed entry summary content, and there was empty.
Ransomware attacks surged 9% against U.S.
And the
critical
next
infrastructure in
article
2024.
worked. Okay. This is a perfect one. We have 3 different examples. So word count using summary content. So we need to debug this code. And then we got more examples of binary data fails soon, I guess. So fail to download article. No content found. We have more of those. No content found in the article. Fail to download article. Yeah. It might not be the only thing. So no content found in the article, and then we go to link filter, and then we check get feed entry content text. If text is not known, we get no content found in the article again here. But we got this. Fail to download article using feed summary. Oh, I got it. The thing is, oh gosh, I pressed shift enter instead of enter again. I need to unassign that from whatever it has. Why not do it now? It's not like it's not a good time. So keyboard shortcuts. Keyword options maybe. It's a text editor. I'm spoiled by Firefox's nice search in the settings. No organization, no headers, just a million settings in a big line. So if there was anything here, I would miss it anyway, right? Seriously? Seriously? Oh my god. Oh my god, it's all in one. Oof. Oof, oof. Yeah, we need to Google to find the settings. VS Code, keyboard, shortcuts. Settings. Keyboard shortcuts for Visual Studio Code. Okay, so it's not in the settings. It's in a special place. File, preferences, keyboard shortcuts. So if I do Shift Enter here, it won't work, right? Shift Enter. So what if I search for Shift? Enter. Find previous. Oh gosh, so many things. This is the one we do by mistake. No, I want nothing. Remove. Remove. And if I do go here and I Shift Enter now. Yeah, I just enter. Nice. Those are driving me crazy. It kept doing this. It's not like it's useful in any way. Nice. Very nice. So I'm starting to get tired. It's almost 3. It's 2:30 and I've been streaming for 13 hours. And I would like to finish it though. It's like in a no good spot. So where was I actually typing when it happened? So I removed the debug information. I hopped here and I made new lines. Yeah, because previously when we set HTML article, it was done. But here we have already run the things. So I kind of assumed that this would be done afterwards, but I have moved it now. So in this bit, is there anywhere where we do set it to link fail? There's no link fail in this bit. So, if word count is less than 50, and yeah. And let's actually put it the other way around because that looks odd. There, between 0 and 50. But it's bigger than 0. And then we can actually put the we have the else case here too for link fail. That's the problem. Yeah, I have a solution for that. So we just do a if article text is not equals to nothing. And then we move the whole else and if link fail. Yeah, I'm breaking it, but we'll fix it later. I have to go through everything and make sure that it's reasonable. Reasonably reasonable. And this else actually belonged to that we moved. So I guess we undo the move and we grab the actual else too. Or it will be very odd. So why did it hop up there? Undo. Redo, undo, redo, undo. There we are. So let's delete those. Let's grab this. Control X, because something odd happened last time. And before before the article text thingy, paste this in. So I don't know why that is selected, because I searched before, right? Yeah, so I was changing it, and that's why we have double. So this line is doubled now. So if there's no content, then will link fail. And it will exit out of here. Also else link failing. And if it was a link fail, then we will try to grab it from other places. And if it worked, then we set article HTML to a value. And if it didn't work, so we just kind of stop there. And I'm kind of assuming that we will have a zero length article HTML. And I'm kind of leaving it to error for now. So if we hop in here with this value set to something, yeah, if it is between 0 and 50, we just read the full article here, depending on it, wherever we got it from, right? If it was from here or from up there. And if it was longer, we're going to make a summary first and ask if we want to read more. So that's good. You just have to make sure that article text is not set if there's nothing there, right? So if word count is 0, in the link fail, we have two situations there. So let's look at link fail again here, right? So link fail, all the places. We set it to false before we check for the link stuff. Here. Then we set it to true if there were no link. And if the word count is nothing. So if the word count is nothing, we already have a working string with no length. And here we could just set the article to be 0 length. So we don't need to.
Jacks off all trades says, not streaming today, but wanted to stop by. Gonna unplug for the weekend. Happy stream.
SSML
Thank
error.
you, Jax.
SSML
Welcome
error.
back in.
Fixerbot says,
Thanks so
So,
much, Jexoff
I've been going for a bit.
gifting a sub to
I'm a
Van
bit
Flicker.
slow now.
Less than 3.
Thank you very much for the gift sub. Thank you. So you're going to you like doing all the subs here. Thank you. Give it a total of 3 subs.
Jacks off all trades says, totally feel these days. Have a nice night.
Oh yeah. So how are you? Do you have time to chat? No. So yeah, if you just want to lurk, thank you very much for being here, and thank you for the lurk, and very much for the gifts. Thank you very much, Jax, and thanks for the great stream. Yeah, I haven't seen you streaming, though. I could have been raiding now. It's 2:30. My God. Yeah, I just want to finish this rebuild of the whole logic that we built. So what I'm thinking is link fail is not anymore useful.
What are you working on?
So I'm making a script that reads RSS news, and first it gets RSS feeds. Like we have a list here at the start, right? And I'm currently just testing with one that has bad data in it to have bad data, and then we read a little bit of that article if it can be downloaded. If it's a bit long, we summarize it with a local llama running here. And if it's like odd characters in there, we try to decode it in different formats. And I've just disabled, if I click shift enter, this odd thing happened here. So let's actually do a quick check of the logic, then I'll run it and see if it's, because it reads it aloud too. So it's quite nice. I could just run it.
Oh,
Let's see if it
nice.
runs. Let's see if it runs. I was just moving stuff around, so it might be broken right now.
Sounds very handy.
Fetched 20 articles from Graham Cleary.
Yeah, like
Title,
if you're
Smashing Security
going
Podcast
to make
number
food
415,
or something,
Hacking Hijinks at the Hospital, and
and you
WASP
just
scams.
listen a little bit,
The format is LATIN1.
generating short summary there. Maybe we should read that.
I can't provide assistance with that request. Do you want me to read more?
So it's not reading this.
I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no. Do you want me
No.
to read more?
No.
Title, The AI Fix number 48, AI Jesus, and is the AI singularity almost upon us? The format is LATIN1.
So now we'll speak this next time.
There is no summary to provide as the input text appears to be random characters and symbols, rather than a coherent article. Do you want me to read more?
No. It's a bit low
Title,
on volume.
Ransomware
so it
attacks
has
on
to
critical
be
infrastructure
louder.
surge, reports FBI. The format is UTF-8.
Mm-hmm.
FBI reports ransomware as top U.S. critical infrastructure threat, with complaints rising 9% year over year, posing significant impacts on public health and safety, and national security. Do you want me to read more?
Yes. Yes.
Generating summary, length approximate 400.
Oh my god, it was just 438.
The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center,
What's the
IC3,
default?
is set to release its annual report,
400.
which reveals that ransomware was the most prevalent cybersecurity threat to U.S. critical infrastructure in 2024.
I'm gonna
According
add
to Reuters,
to the if.
complaints of ransomware attacks against critical sectors have
It doesn't
increased by
have
9%
to generate
compared to
summary
the
if
previous
it's
year.
just a few words
The top
more.
targeted sectors include manufacturing, healthcare, government facilities, financial services, and IT. Ransomware attacks can have
So this is
significant
AI
impacts on public health
generated.
and safety, such as production lines grinding to a standstill, hospital systems being crippled, and pipelines being shut down. This highlights the potential national security crisis posed by these attacks. Despite law enforcement agencies' efforts to disrupt ransomware operations and bring perpetrators to justice,
Where's
the problem
the other
persists.
one?
The FBI's report indicates that cybercrime costs in the U.S. reached a record $16.6
Here.
billion in 2024, with ransomware and ransomware-related fraud accounting for a significant portion of this amount. The rise of ransomware gangs has resulted in substantial profits for these groups, which is driving their continued activity. The incidents of
So
Colonial
we're
Pipeline
giving
and
it a bit
JBS
of
are
a
notable examples of the devastating impact of ransomware
extra.
attacks on critical infrastructure. These events demonstrate that security gaps remain prevalent and that organizations need to prioritize cybersecurity. To mitigate this issue, it is essential for critical infrastructure
So-
firms to treat cybersecurity as a mission-critical concern, share information about threats, and implement measures to harden their systems against attack.
I
This
mean,
will
if it's
require
like
cooperation and collective action from the
401
industry to
words,
address
we
the
don't want
ongoing
it to
problem of
generate
ransomware
a
attacks.
summary.
The persistence of ransomware attacks highlights the need for continued vigilance and proactive measures to prevent these incidents. As the report from the IC3 is released, it serves as a reminder that organizations must prioritize cybersecurity to protect critical infrastructure and public health and safety. Title:
So we
21
need to
million
fix
employee
these
screenshots leaked in
cases too.
Bossware breach blunder. The format is UTF-8. Employee monitoring tool Work Composer left millions of workplace screenshots unsecured on Amazon S3, exposing sensitive data including usernames and device details, sparking concerns about security practices. Do you want me to read more?
No.
Title: Hackers access sensitive SIM card data at South Korea's largest telecoms company. The format
So
is
two new ones
UTF-8.
there.
SK Telecom suffered a cyber attack that breached its internal systems, exposing millions of users' SIM card data, but fortunately, no customer
So I
names or
want the
financial
bad
details were
ones now
leaked.
to
Do you want
debug.
me to read more?
No.
Title, Smashing Security Podcast number 414.
Two
Zoom.
new lines.
Just one
I
click and your
don't
data
like
goes
that.
boom. Article is older than 7 days. Skipping. Title, The AI Fix number 47. An AI is the best computer programmer in the world. Article is older than 7 days.
Yeah, also it's skipping after a set number
Title,
of
Crosswalks hack to play
days.
fake audio of Musk, Zuck, and Jeff Bezos. Article is older than 7 days. Skipping. Title,
So we have
Smashing
a
Security
there.
Podcast number 413. Hacking the Hackers, with a credit card. Article is older than 7 days. Skipping.
So
Title,
I'm thinking
Insurance
maybe
firm
we
Lemonade warns of
shouldn't
breach of
read
thousands of driving
anymore.
license numbers. Article
So
is
it
older
will
than 7
end up
days.
in the name
Skipping.
next one.
Title, Ransom House Ransomware, what you need to know. Article is older than 7 days. Skipping.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop it, and then we're going to check out these first ones and see if there's anything we can fix. So here's the latest start. Downloaded and fetched 20 articles in the RSS feed. And 189 characters. Generating short summary. I can't provide a system for that. Yeah, I would like it to have read the full one here, right? This is like binary data. That's the first one. And the other one was, it says Latin 1, and that's Latin 1 too. So when it gets Latin 1 as a type, then it seems to be unreadable data. So let's do yes for the first two ones. It shouldn't generate a short summary for 64 characters. But we got a nice answer here. No summary to provide, as the input texts appear to be random characters and symbols. And then this one, I can't provide assistance with that. So, request. So, it's probably garbled characters. But we can see both of these have Latin 1. And these have UTF-8. So that's a good sign that we might be able to find the ones. Actually, let's use another bad one. Actually, we know that this one is good, and I think this one was good too. But let's just try them all, because it's good to know. And it's also not just the first ones that happen to be bad or good.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneier on security. Title, Friday Squid Blogging, Pajama Squid. The format is, LATIN1. Reading full article. SWAT IC4 Coxig OU up OVAE.
So we got a Latin one here, and then we get all data.
KJIP asterisk YO year QO and $1% are copyright GH at superscript 1 and comma backslash AEA superscript 3 FKR ON tag XT. OOM backslash ABXV $DOL2E OOYIE. UOSSSO pound UA times low 3/4 DAE times. KFQU underscore superscript 3 UE 5 Y pound P5 LC 1 half 3 UAS. JZII% FEA slash copyright 1/4 plus or minus cent A equals 0 P WUPO AO plus D plus FAI of
we can also do like words.
SS divided by 1 FCOOA slash YNA cent or 9S slash copyright QO F8ZI at A with grave IYOA P backslash
divided by total
divided by
length.
MG registered trademark. Backslash $9 U number OI divided by AOI. OISO. Enka at slash N degree 3/4 slash A. Yo U underscore FO and A6IA8 at REI 5YK comma superscript 305 NETA underscore PJGX6Y AT Chi centem EAAS colon N6 ATOF. Superscript 3 degree S 9 RO divided by plus M 1/4 ASS 1/4 O number UU plus or minus AEG equals OCAA with acute R divided by number W %. IOA 94A we 4.
I'm thinking if the format is Latin 1,
CF 7 GHPJATKF
words
underscore Y. Plus EO HCI equals NI 1/2. XEA at number FM 6 3/4 degree FTEA. E number GIU 8008H and 28AEB 0 equals B degree COIO 1/4
not read
Title,
it.
Privacy for Agentic AI.
Just print it.
The format is, LATIN1. Reading full article. Act OQHMHY8Y6 EQ NE 4A. O superscript 1GN backslash plus or minus superscript 3 number YQ at IOUAE 1/4 CG
It
underscore
also...
cent dollar AP times Ollie C and 5 AEN 7 all copyright 1/4 SYV. Off NA9KC at
Yes, I'm gonna stop it because that's annoying to listen to. We got a real bad one. That's nice. We have stuff to fix, so... what we really need to do is probably to use... I have a Firefox function here. To actually run it through Firefox, because I think that this is what we get when they're like blocking stuff. Trying to send something intelligent to a browser that Python can't handle. So, where have we got my little... Here, the format is. So we're gonna make a new if here. elif, article format, Latin 1. I don't know why it thinks I want to do that. I actually want to do an if. If all right. Let's not put it here because we're not ready. We need the count, the word count. Let's actually do an else on this. Else, if, meaning that's an elif, and we actually just paste, which we could have not written if. elif article format equals Latin 1. The format is Latin 1. If I tab now, I get everything. Yeah. If word count divided by 2. No, I want the length of the full article string. What's that called? Article string. Alright, article string is article HTML. So article HTML and then goes to article text. So article text. No, dot length 0.5. What? If I tab, will it again do? Yeah. So what value could be if we split the article? No, maybe the other way around. What was I thinking? So let's Ctrl X. Let's delete the rest. This is so odd because I can't see what I'm actually doing. So we're going to split it in the word count, of course. The length divided by the word count. And then we need a comparison. So if this value is less than something, yeah, it's the right direction. But we're just gonna print it to start with, because I'm like, I guess we could say my brain is not working as well anymore. So text length word count, and we will see what this is for the Latin 1 texts. But actually, for now, let's actually else this so we get the count for everything. Else. There. So, as the working one have been UTF-8 and the bad ones have been Latin 1. We can see now what it says, right? So maybe we should hop back to the ones who has mixed.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneier on security. Title, Friday Squid blogging, Pajama Squid. The format is, LATIN1. The format is, LATIN1.
Alright. No line. Why did it suggest it then? So we just have to do len on it instead. It's string.len maybe. And then this is the argument. Or it might just be len. And we mouse over the len function. The number of items in a container, and I see a string as a container, and I think it does too, because we can iterate through them, right? So I think this should work.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneier on security. Title, Friday Squid blogging, Pajama Squid. The format is, LATIN1. The format is, LATIN1. Reading full article. SWAT IC4 Coxig OU up
So
OB80.
42.
7E0E6 P superscript 2 I 90 C 9 UC divided by O. Sent A with grave
That's
VU asterisk ERA plus
not a
XFA with
normal
diaresis
word
NH TOS
length,
superscript.
right? So maybe over 30. So it's over 30, then we're sure, right? I have a better suggestion. So we made a yes/no function to use with things like this, and we're gonna use it. Do you want me to read more? It's not the question here. The average word length is we need an F at the start. F paste. Do you still do you still want me to read this question mark? And if we answer no, we set just the length. I'm thinking the text, article text. To nothing. And we don't really need it, we just need a link field because we're in the previous bit. So it won't check. Yeah, it will. It will word count if text is not known. Yeah, but that's for this. Else. And this is just depend to grab the right error message. And fail to download article. So that's not correct, actually. Because we'll get 0 for both. I think we're going to use one generic error message because it's not worth putting making extra variables to keep track of what exactly was it saying. Could not just can't read article contents. Please. Yeah, check the link was exactly the words I was gonna use. And the link will have been written recently, so we don't have to re-output it. So we're gonna end up at 15 hours again, and it's 3. So I should end soon. It's not that I don't want to stream 15 hours, it's that it's late, it's 3. So we don't need an empty line here. If text is not known, article text equals text. Fail to download article using feed entry summary content. Using summary content. Using link. No, too much using. That's good enough. Can't read article contents. Please check the link yourself. And in this case, we should make sure it doesn't hop in here. So let's also set article. So why are we setting HTML? Because we did this in another place. This is so annoying. There. So that's what we're setting now. HTML doesn't matter. And if this is not nothing, meaning this, not this, or we set it earlier, article text. And here we're setting it because it was odd, crazy binary data. And we said no. Otherwise we'll just go continue and try to read the darn thing anyway. And this. Ooh. That was smart of it. Because here word count can still be 0. But in here it can't be. So do I want, instead of an elif, to have an else and then another if? To not have that? No, I think this is better. So what should we set it to? It suggests 20. So we already have this case. It is here. And we already have the variable. We're not gonna... What? Yeah, it's a comparison. So, length, article text, word count. No, it's only there instead. So... there. I think that's readable enough. This bit. So I was gonna
Fetch
go
10
to
articles from
bed
Schneier on
earlier
security.
today.
Title, Friday Squid Blogging, Pajama Squid. The format is, LATIN1. The average word length is 28.14814814814814815. Do you still want me to read this?
No.
I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no. The average word length is
No.
28.148148148148115. Do you still want me to read this?
No.
Failed to download article. Using summary/content. Reading full article. The small pajama squid, Sepioloidea lineata, produces toxic slime, and number
So we had
8220,
one
a rare
here.
example of a poisonous predatory mollusk, and number 8221. As usual, you can also use this squid post to talk about the security stories in the news that I haven, and number 8217.
This
T
is why
covered.
we have link fail, because it
Title,
worked.
Privacy for Agentic AI. The format is LATIN1. The average word length is 23.725. Do you still want me to read this?
Yes.
I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no. The average word length is 23.725. Do you still want me to read this?
Yes.
Reading full article. ZAQHMHY8Y Psycho 3
Yeah,
4th J.
thought
Easy
so.
comma O at divided by 1/2 superscript 1.
So I think 20 is a safe. I mean, there are lots of short words in a normal sentence. They can't be 20. Then it's binary data with the space character in them, right? And I think the Latin one itself is a quite safe one too. So I'm actually going to comment this question, even though it works. But before I do that, I'm going to fix this re-asking the question, because that's annoying. Right, so yes or no, we want to move the actual question speak prompt outside of the loop. There, because we don't want to hear that again and again and again. We just want to know here, I didn't understand that, please answer with yes or no. That's enough. So let's test it when we have a buggy one. And then we're gonna comment it in case we want it later and regret.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneider on security. Title, Friday Squid Blogging, Pajama Squid. The format is LATIN1. The average word length is 38.65686274509804. Do you still want me to read this?
No.
Failed to download article. Using summary/content. Generating short summary. The pajama squid has toxic slime, making it a rare and poisonous predator, hiding behind its adorable striped appearance. Do you want me to read more?
Yes. Yes.
Reading full article. The small pajama squid, Sepioloidea lineata, produces toxic slime, and number
So
8220, a rare example of a poisonous
DHTML.
predatory mollusk, and number 8221. As usual, you can also use this squid post to talk about the security stories in the news that I haven, and number 8217. T covered. Title, Privacy for Agentic AI. The format is LATIN1. The average word length is 36.44444444444444444. Do you still?
So we need to fix that length. I wish you can fix the low volume of it getting to the STT. So let's do colon.2f here too, because that's pretty. And then we're actually going to delete this one because that's just not necessary. And the word count doesn't need to be read, does it? Also the format is, it doesn't need to be read. This is just like, and let's just do format, because why? Oh, we have lots of progress all the time. Word count, average word length, and oh well, I guess we put these together. Are there? Do we? No, because no. So that's else is so far down, so we're gonna put a comment. Link not in entry. That's what happens here. Well, let's make an if here too, so it's obvious that it's not the opposite. Is it not? No, that makes it more unclear even. Well. If link fail, everything seems to be working actually. So we're gonna run it once more and just listen to, so it sounds like it's okay before we remove this line.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneier on security. Title, Friday Squid blogging, Pajama Squid. The average word length is 38.66. Do you still want me to read this?
No.
Failed to download article. Using summary/content. Generating short summary. The pajama squid, an adorable Australian marine animal, conceals a toxic slime-producing ability as a defense mechanism, making it one of the rarest poisonous predatory mollusks. Do you want me to read more?
Yes. Yes.
Reading full article. The small pajama squid, Sepioloidea linealata, produces toxic slime, and number 8220, a rare example of a poisonous predatory mollusk, and number 8221, as usual. You can also use this squid post to talk about the security stories in the news that I Haven, and number 8217, T covered. Title, Privacy for Agentic AI. The average word length is 36.44. Do you still want me to read this?
I should have clicked restart it, right? But I'm thinking we don't want to know failed to download article using summary content. We don't want it read. It's just there in text, and then we're going to remove the question. I'm kind of thinking, so let's do that. And that means we change the level of these to be just the else. So in case we have Latin 1 and word length over 20, I think 20 is high. And else this. So I'm thinking that this case might not appear, but if we go into link fail, it will check the article text variable that does not exist in this case. So we better set it here too, just to make sure we don't like mess with something. So far I haven't seen anything that, yeah, I did. There was something that didn't have links, but I don't remember which one. So no, we shouldn't notice it. You should just not do it and go for the summary.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneier on security. Title, Friday Squid blogging, Pajama Squid. Generating short summary. The pajama squid, an adorable Australian marine animal with striped appearance, is actually a toxic predator that produces poisonous slime, a rare example of a poisonous mollusk. Do you want me to read more?
Yes.
Reading full article. The small pajama squid, Sepioloidea linealata, produces toxic slime, and number 8220, a rare example of a poisonous predatory mollusk, and number 8221, as usual.
Yeah, and then I remember that it is actually HTML, right? So Oh my god, the birds are waking up or something. They're singing. That's like the sign to go to bed. Article text. And we have if this one discovers no HTML, it will just give us it, and this should work now. Should be finished. This part of it. Then we just hop to another source and check.
Fetch 10 articles from Schneier on security. Title: Friday Squid blogging, Pajama Squid. Reading full article. The small pajama squid, Sepioloidea lineata, produces toxic slime, a rare example of a poisonous predatory mollusk. As usual, you can also use this squid post to talk about the security stories in the news that I haven't covered. Title: Privacy for Agentic AI. Generating short summary. As AI systems gain autonomy, security, and trust are crucial concerns, INRUPT's Agentic Wallet prototype addresses these issues with integrity-driven design, aiming to decentralize personal data and foster open standards. Do you want me to read more?
Yes.
I didn't understand that. Please answer with yes or no.
Yes.
Reading full article. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. AI systems will start acting as agents, doing things on our behalf with some degree of autonomy. I think it's worth thinking about the security of that now, while it's still a nascent idea. In 2019, I joined INRUPT, a company that is commercializing Tim Berners-Lee's open protocol for distributed data ownership. We are working on a digital wallet that can make use of AI in this way.
Yeah.
We used to call it an active wallet. Now we're calling it an agentic wallet. I talked about this a bit at the RSA conference earlier this week, in my keynote talk about AI and trust. Any useful AI assistant is going to require a level of access and therefore trust that rivals what we currently are: email provider, social network, or smartphone. This active wallet is an example of an AI assistant. It'll combine personal information about you, transactional data that you are a party to, and general information about the world. And use that to answer questions, make predictions, and ultimately act on your behalf. We have demos of this running right now. At least in its early stages. Making it work is going to require an extraordinary amount of trust in the system. This requires integrity. Which is why we're building protections in from the beginning.
And since it wasn't more than 500 characters,
it just announced a protocol that uses AI
thing
to help people make purchasing decisions. I like Visa's approach because it's an AI agnostic standard. I worry a lot about lock-in and monopolization of this space, so anything that lets people easily switch between AI models is good. And I like that Visa is working with INRUPT so that the data is decentralized as well. Here's our announcement about its announcement. This isn't a new relationship, we've been working together for over 2 years. We've conducted a successful POC and now we're standing up a sandbox inside Visa so merchants, financial institutions, and LLM providers can test our agentic wallets alongside the rest of Visa's suite of intelligent commerce APIs. For that matter, we welcome any other company that wants to engage in the world of personal, consented agentic commerce to come work with us as well. I joined INRUPT years ago because I thought that Solid could do for personal data what HTML did for published information. I liked that the protocol was an open standard, and that it distributed data instead of centralizing it. AI agents need decentralized data. Wallet is a good metaphor for personal data stores. I'm hoping this is another step towards adoption. Title: NCSC Guidance on Advanced Cryptography. Generating short summary. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre released a white paper on advanced cryptography, highlighting its benefits and limitations, with a focus on using these techniques to protect sensitive data responsibly. Do you want me to read more?
Yes. Yes.
Reading full article. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre just released its white paper on advanced cryptography, which it defines as cryptographic techniques for processing encrypted data, providing enhanced functionality over and above that provided by traditional cryptography. It includes things like homomorphic encryption, attribute-based encryption, zero-knowledge proofs, and secure multi-party computation. It's full of good advice.
But the word
I especially
length is
appreciate
not
this
20.
warning. When deciding whether to use advanced cryptography, start with a clear articulation of the problem, and use that to guide the development of an appropriate solution.
This is also using
that is,
content.
you should not start with an advanced cryptography technique, and then attempt to fit the functionality it provides to the problem.
Not this one, but it was like a...
In almost all cases, it is bad practice for users to design and/or implement their own cryptography. This applies to advanced cryptography even more than traditional cryptography because of the complexity of the algorithms. It also applies to writing your own application based on a cryptographic library that implements the advanced cryptography primitive operations, because subtle flaws in how they are used can lead to serious security weaknesses. The conclusion. Advanced cryptography covers a range of techniques for protecting sensitive data at rest, in transit, and in use. These techniques enable novel applications with different trust relationships between the parties, as compared to traditional cryptographic methods for encryption and authentication. However, there are a number of factors to consider before deploying a solution based on advanced cryptography, including the relative immaturity of the techniques and their implementations, significant computational burdens and slow response times, and the risk of opening up additional cyber attack vectors. There are initiatives underway to standardize some forms of advanced cryptography, and the efficiency of implementations is continually improving. While many data processing problems can be solved with traditional cryptography, which will usually lead to a simpler, lower cost, and more mature solution, for those that cannot, Advanced cryptography techniques could in the future enable innovative ways of deriving benefit from large shared
This is
datasets
not
without compromising individuals'
Windows
privacy.
only.
NCSC blog entry.
Yeah,
Title.
let's stop it. So this one is okay. And that means we go to the next one when we run it next. I'm just gonna do a little bit more, then I'm going to go to sleep. So I'll actually pop up, see if we have someone online.
Fetch 10 articles from
We
SEC
do.
Relist.
We
Title,
do.
Outlaw Cyber Gang Attacking Targets Worldwide. Generating short summary.
So see how long have they been on? Oh my god, 3 minutes. The timing.
The Outlaw Malware family is a Linux-focused toolkit that exploits weak or default SSH passwords to gain access to systems. The group uses various evasion strategies, such as concealing files in folders or obfuscated programs, and deploys compromised SSH keys to prolong access. Tactics *. 1 Command and Scripting Interpreter, Unix Shell, T1059.004.
Oh
Outlaw
god,
uses
short
shell scripts to
summary
execute
of
malicious commands. 2
1548.
Schedule task/job, cron, T1053.003. The malware
Okay,
schedules
so-
tasks using cron jobs to persist on systems. 3 Account manipulation,
Very,
SSH
very
authorized keys,
interesting.
T1098.004. Outlaw manipulates SSH authorized keys to gain access to systems. 4 Defense
So
evasion.
let's open that one.
Asterisk obfuscated files or information, T1027.
And I can check
Asterisk
it
indicator
later.
removal, file deletion,
Let's see how the
T1070.004.
article looks.
Asterisk file
like
and directory
length.
permissions modification, T1222. Asterisk hide artifacts, hidden files and directories, T1564.001. Asterisk obfuscated files or information, software packing, T1027.002.
So I'm curious
5
if it
credential access,
stops
brute force, T1110. Outlaw uses brute force to gain access
the
to
actual
systems.
article if
6
it stops
discovery.
here.
Asterisk system information discovery,
If it's,
T1082.
it should stop
Asterisk
like
process discovery, T1057.
here.
Asterisk account
Almost.
discovery, T1087. Asterisk system owner/user discovery, T1033. Asterisk system network connections discovery, T1049. 7 lateral movement, remote services, SSH, T1021.004. Outlaw uses SSH to move laterally within systems. 8
Let's
collection.
let it compare.
Asterisk data from local system, T1005.
So
9
someone
command and control,
said
application layer protocol,
maybe shouldn't press
T1071.
Kasper-
The malware uses
Kaspersky
application
from
layer
the
protocols
person
for command
who's
and
put
control.
this
10 exfiltration,
there,
exfiltration overall.
and I'm kind of thinking, why not? Right? They haven't done anything bad that we know of, at least. I don't think so. So, but I totally get you don't want their software on your computer, maybe, because they're in that land. So, is there anything I definitely want to fix before I stop? I can just continue running these and tiny check, but it's like kind of, for now we need to fix a better that works for everything, better one. Since I think it is security that makes it not work for some of them. So these were obviously easy to get, but these articles so what happened here? It didn't have a link and nothing else, so we didn't get anything. But it's the same title here and here too. So maybe it's the RSS feed that is funny, because look, this is also several with the same. So, where's the scroll? Because I kind of think we're... No? Yeah, so I kind of found an error here, right? But I have to check it at the same time. This sounds odd. That device are working. So maybe it's just the output is garbled because it was long ago. I know before when I scrolled up, it started writing over what I already had. So It could just be the window is buggy. So we should run it on the partial prompt. So I think it's time, because the birds are singing. It's starting to get become morning. It's 3:30. Yeah, you know. And I don't trust my typing anymore to not make a typo, so I'm gonna copy name, and we're gonna read Tyler Hack Smarter. So 3, 2, 1. 3 it says. But it says actually 4 in the county thing. It's always different. I'm gonna put the link for the stream on YouTube too, of course. There. And let's minus URL. I do that so that the TTS won't read it. Good night, everybody. And let's see. Yeah, it's going. Thank you for being here. And I've had fun times, but it's 14 hours now. Kinda had too fun, maybe. But this is the time that I had. You know, I kinda steal this time for myself and having fun with this, these things. So, bye. Thank you.
From Somalia. Crazy. What up, Nishinga? Good to have you here, my friend. We got Iron Chef checking in. Says, I'm here.